Well, top of the mustache to you all. It is wonderful to see you. This is a special live of Mustaches and Coffee. It is so
Yeah.
wonderful to see you. We have who with us tonight?
Nobody
Anybody.
all talk at the same time.
This is Seth.
I'm Ben. I
We're
think.
glad we got Ben with us. It's glad to see you guys. This is just so awesome. We're so excited because this is kind of our little pre-show. We have our first episode of season 2 kicking off in T minus now 29 minutes. So we thank you for joining us, all the people here. We have a few comments already. This is so awesome. And we say hello to you. We got
Hello.
Galaga Guy 88. Hello, hello. Thank you for joining. It is awesome. What's going on? We're having a fantastic time, I have to say. Ajax is with us. Hello, Ajax. It's great to see you. What's his question there, Ben? I'll let you read that.
Of all the questions you've ever been asked in your entire life, is this the best one? If so, why?
It's up there.
Yes.
That's great.
that is the best question ever.
I think so. I think it's one of the best. So yes, and we got Deanna
Yes.
Smith. Hello, Deanna. It's nice to
Hello.
see you. We're
Aw.
so pumped. This is so great to see everybody in here. But let's catch up a little bit because we've actually had a busy week ourselves. As much as we were anticipating this fun little live pre-show, whatever you want to call it. Start with Seth because we thought we got to have Seth on. He's a good friend of ours, and he's been on our show a couple times as guest. But just how you doing, man? How's things going?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me back. Glad to be part of your live stream episode to get ready for season 2. So that's how exciting is that? Yeah, I'm doing really well. Keeping busy with a lot of projects. I'm a pet sitter as well, and my work has been getting a lot busier lately. So,
Oh yeah,
juggling back and forth all the different roles.
I gotcha. Yeah, that's great to hear. So we are like we got to have Seth back on. You know, he's kind of like our. We want to just say you might be seeing Seth more often. Just stay tuned. He's a fun guest to have on. So we were like, we got to have you on for the live for sure, just to kind of kick it, hang out, have a fun time. That's what we're here for. So, and Ben, I got to ask, Ben, how you been?
I recently had I want to say in the last hour, a random craving for cotton candy.
What?
I don't know. I just was like sitting on the couch and I looked at my wife. I'm like, I kind of have a craving for cotton candy. She kind of looked at me weird, like, what? I don't know. Just I don't know. It's cotton candy.
Just random. There's no reason. Sometimes you see like a movie or something, but it just came on.
Yeah. Well, I am a pretty random guy.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, I see some more comments here. Galaga
Yeah.
Guy, yes, going live is awesome. It is. I agree. We didn't want to neglect you guys. And what's that from Ajax too? I must be losing my eyesight there, Ben. What's he say?
He says, "Where can we get our hands on some of the I can't read that word because I'm terrible. Extravagant. There we go. Apparently, my eyes were worse than yours. Extravagant merch.
Maybe I should be reading.
Yes.
That's what we're having you on, Seth.
Oh, yeah, it's the merch. We all got merch on. That's what he's asking.
Galaga Guy 88 says, "Who doesn't like cotton candy?"
Yes. This is true. I mean, it's just pure sugar, but yes, it does taste amazing. Yes, I agree.
I think we're hoping to have some stuff coming out in a little bit on merch, so stay tuned. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Yeah. I don't want to spoil it either, but I'm not trying to throw it, but hey, I'm rocking one of our hats. So
Ta-da. Oh wait, ta-da.
I'll just say it's in. I'll just say it's in the works.
Yeah.
This might be something you can get yourself if you're interested. So absolutely, yeah, we might be looking into some kind of online store or something. But that's all. That's all. We can't say anything else other than that for now. You're going to have to keep up with us. Follow us on our social pages, and we'll keep you posted.
Ajax says cotton candy tastes way better than insulation.
I agree with that.
Well, I mean, do we want to do like a episode where we do a side by side? That could be a whole episode. Like this item tastes like similar items, but see if they taste similar.
And then the next episode will be Ben's funeral. So
yeah, and it also depends on the insulation. So
depends on the insulation.
I prefer the Pink Panther brand myself.
Yeah, say the same thing.
I was thinking too.
It tastes like Panther.
Taste test. Oh,
that is awesome.
I'm crying over here.
Taste test, yes. I see that from Ajax. Ajax, yes.
Maybe a cotton candy mustache guy. Yum merch.
Yes.
I like the thinking on that.
Yes.
That's very clever. I like it.
Is it cake?
Ooh.
Is it cake but with cotton candy?
Yes. That would be amazing.
I think so. Yeah. So we just to make a comment too, we were planning originally on being on Facebook, on TikTok, YouTube. We apologize. It's just either we're old and we don't know the technology, or we're just having some
My back hurts.
Yes. So we apologize. If you're with us, thank you so much for joining. But we apologize.
It's obvious they're old because they can't read the screen.
Where's
wow,
my
that's so true.
glass?
That is so true.
Where's my monocle?
Yes.
I have to agree with that. So I apologize. We apologize if you're here on YouTube, you get the full experience. You'll be able to comment like we're seeing everybody. Thank you so much for the comments. We're loving this. We're having such a great time already. And yeah, I don't know. I just like to just throw something out there for you guys. I mean, what has been your favorite part about the podcast so far? I know with Seth, you were on a few there, so you can kind of comment on it. But yeah, maybe Ben, go back to you. Like, what's been your favorite part about the podcast? Just kind of throw it out there.
I think just looking back at all the times we've, I want to say all the bloopers that didn't air, all the behind the scenes stuff where there was, I think we may have talked about it in one podcast episode. It was after I think my cat had his 10 teeth removed, and it was either that episode or another one where we had to stop for like 5 minutes straight because I was just laughing so badly.
Yes.
It was hilarious.
Oh,
how about the 1, 2, 3 pour the coffee?
Oh yes.
Yeah. We went on for like 10 minutes. Ben,
what was your
color?
Yes.
What was that, Seth? You had like, I don't know how many takes, because it was you and
Oh,
Ben that was going to do it.
It would
I
took
like
forever. We didn't know if we were going to get the whole episode in or not.
Oh, yeah. That is a great idea, Gallagher Guy 88. He says we should make a director's cut of the podcast and just keep all the bloopers in.
If you guys want it, we'll do it.
That would be awesome.
Give you two different choices.
Yes.
I will admit, it's not as like make it a flex or a brag, but here recently it's gotten better. Like when we first started out, we had probably 5 to 10 minutes of blooper reels.
Oh yeah, it was.
We
bad.
had to edit out. Now I don't think we have hardly anymore, unfortunately, if you want to look at it that way. But
we've gotten better.
Or
worse. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean that's I guess another question to throw out there to everyone. If has things gotten better for you or not? But I think it has. Just from looking at the difference starting out, we had so many things to edit out. Just laughing because I think you want to keep that stuff in there, but I don't think people want to hear that for like 10 minutes straight. So, but yeah,
That's awesome.
It's been so much fun. I thought. Do you guys want to play a game? Would you like to play a game just to make things interesting? Make it a little
I don't know.
interactive for everybody.
Sure. We got before that. We got another comment. Whoever wants to read it.
Oh, if you want
Yeah.
me to?
Sure, go for it.
So Deanna Smith says, my favorite was the chicken nugget taste test. I loved how Ben took tiny bites and Isaac ate the whole nugget. I love this thing. The tongs were hilarious.
Yes. That was a great episode.
Yeah, I remember that because afterwards, there was like half chicken nuggets. There's like all over the floor.
I have a question before we play a game.
Yeah.
So this is my 4th episode with you guys. So do I get a 5 timers jacket like SNL?
What color do you want? It all depends. Yeah.
I could see that. Get you like I don't know, the PGA has the green jacket for the Masters, so we can get you like a brown with coffee on it.
Yeah, there we go.
Ajax says I like games as long as I'm the victorious.
We could do that. We could do that.
Of course.
So I'll throw it out there. Just the game is simply, was it 20 years ago? Because I'll throw a little plug in there. Me and Seth have another podcast we do called Movies at Grandma's House. If you are not following that one, be sure to check that one out as well. And we talk about these movies, and it seems like it hits us all the time. Like, has it really been that long that this movie came out? But in terms of the game, it's just a fun to make you think. Did this happen? Let's go with 20 years ago. So one I have, and we'll kind of simmer on it, so you don't need to answer right away. You can think about it. Now, don't cheat. Don't look it up.
Aww.
But 20 years ago, did the finale for Friends premiere or air, whatever you want to call it? So just think about it.
Like final episode?
I know
the final episode.
Okay.
I know the answer. I'll let Ben think about it.
So, and we can throw it out to everybody that's commenting too. If you know the answer to that, just think on it, because I don't know, some things I think on like, yeah, that was like 10 years ago. And then come to find out 20, 30, dare I even say 40 years ago is when it really happened. So
Ajax says, yep.
I feel like this is like a lifeline, like phone a friend or something.
It's the audience. That's the audience.
It's the audience. Yeah, there you go.
That's
That's
true.
the audience.
This is true. Now, if they play fair, they're just going by their opinions. So do you trust them or not?
Okay, so if you want my answer, I'm going to go with like the logical response. It started in 94, so therefore it would have been 20 years ago.
Yeah. 94 is when the first episode aired?
Yeah.
Okay.
Man with the facts.
So did it go on for 10 years?
Yeah, it did.
So, okay.
Yeah, that's how I do my math. If my math is wrong, it's wrong, but that's how I do my math.
I got you. Yeah. So, do we want the answers? Do we want to lock them in? We could still sit on it. We could talk about, pickles or mayonnaise or I don't know, just random stuff and come back to it. I just thought throw out some questions, see what people think. Yeah.
Pickles.
Ajax says there's a delay.
The 15-second delay from when you see. Oh, yes.
Oh.
It's a safety thing, apparently, with YouTube. In case one of you people writing in put something that they shouldn't, we can dump it. So, yes, there is a delay.
And that's why we'll wait. We won't. If we ask the question, we'll give everybody time to comment on that. So hang tight on it. What's your answers? Seth, I agree. I think you're locking in a yes. What about you, Ben?
I'm going to lock in a yes for sure.
Well, okay. I got all the facts now from Seth, so like I'm just gonna go what he says.
You're just gonna go with it.
If it's not 20, it's 19 years.
Okay. The answer is it was 20 years ago.
Yay!
Yep, that was 20 years ago. I don't know. Is that a surprise to you guys? Just a random thing.
I grew up on that show, so it's not surprising to me.
Were you like in a back lot somewhere, like living in the dumpster? Is that what?
I lived in Central Perk behind the counter. I was
Oh,
out there.
okay. You were the coffee guy that always got the orders wrong, right?
That was Joey.
Okay. Nice.
Okay. So there's another one. I can throw out another one if you guys want, but
Sure.
it can go anywhere. So if hang on, sorry, I'm trying to juggle like
He's
3 things at
fumbling.
once. So it's
You're
like I'm
fine.
trying to the Sweet Life of Zach and Cody premiered. Did that premiere 20 years ago?
Well, I have no idea.
Sticking to
Yes.
TV shows, I'll try and throw in a few other ones, but
I'm gonna say yes.
I'm gonna say no.
okay. So we'll let
Let's
it
see.
simmer a little bit, but we'll think.
Okay.
Unless you want me to tell
Simmer.
the answer, I'm trying to get.
No,
if
let's see if anybody else comments.
I never watched that show. Did you guys? I just happened to see
No,
it.
I may have seen like half an episode or something. I don't.
I remember seeing episodes here and there, but I'm pretty familiar with it. So yeah, that's my answer.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I got a Ajax says I want to say yes, but I never watched it. Gallagher guy says yes, 20 for sure.
20 for sure. Okay. Okay. So everybody's saying yes. Is that what we're?
I said no, but that I have no idea. So I'm gonna lean.
I'm gonna
towards
say
these other
yes,
people.
and I'm also going to say it came out. I want to say 2005.
You're saying yes, it was.
Yes, and I think
What?
it came out in 2005. So technically,
So that's 19 years. So
That'd
your
be
answer
19?
would be no.
okay. So 2004. I'm just
Right.
totally guessing a year. I was just changing a year.
Ben, did it come out 20 years ago? Yes. When did you think it came out? 2005.
Yeah.
Okay. So what would your answer be? Is it 20 years? Yes or no?
Yes.
You're gonna say yes.
Yes.
Okay. Well, this one got you guys. It came out in. You were correct, Ben. It was 2005. So it
Wow. I
It
was
was.
completely guessing
I
that.
was right then.
Yep. So
I was
so
thinking like 04 or 05 ish.
So you're
That's
technically right. Yeah. you
Technically,
said
well,
2000.
come next year it'll be 20 years.
Right. Next year it will be.
That's
but
not the
Yeah.
game though.
Yeah, it's a technicality. We went on a technicality.
So that's that was a no. So yeah, we had a split there technically because Ben went with yes. So
And I got
sorry
the
to say you
year.
were incorrect there.
Do I get bonus points for the getting the year?
Another one. I'll just throw another quick one out there. Ashley Simpson got caught lip syncing on SNL. Was that 20 years ago?
I gotta put my thinking cap on for this one. So just give me a second.
People in the comment, what do you think?
There's your lifeline. You want to ask
Yes.
the audience? We need to put that like
We need
poll
to ask
up with
the
the
audience.
bar charts and stuff.
Not
Yeah.
only am I going to say this was 20 years, I'm going to say 20 years plus.
Ooh.
20 years plus. So that's a no. Okay. So what do you think, Ben?
Is he saying it is
I'm
20
saying
years?
it's over 20 years is what I'm saying.
So that would still be 20 years. Or are you looking specifically for 20 years?
Ajax
On the
says, I
base.
think it was 06, 07. Deanna Smith says, gotta run, have fun, guys. Heart.
Thanks for jumping in.
Yeah.
I remember the jig, though.
Yes, that's it.
Yes, 20 years ago for sure on Ashley's lip sync, for sure. So I think it's 22 years ago is what I think.
Okay. So we've got Seth with a no, and then what did you say, Ben?
So the funny thing is Ajax said 06, 07, and I was actually thinking it was like 2007 before he put that. So I'm going to say no, it's not quite 20 years.
I think it was 02, 03.
Interesting.
Yeah.
See, this is what I love about this game is I just honestly want to hear people's perspective on what they think.
If I could give you a little bit of what I'm thinking here. I remember having an argument about her and Ashley Simpson and Avril Lavigne. And Avril Lavigne had been out for maybe like a year or so. So that's where I'm getting my timeline from.
Okay.
Let's see. Yeah.
Gallagher guy's got something. What's he saying there?
The band played the wrong music to the song she was going to sing.
Yeah.
But she admitted later that she did have the wrong track, though. She said that they...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's a whole mess. It's a whole mess.
It was a mess. It was a mess. It was all over the news. And, I mean, obviously, if you watch SNL Live, it was probably entertaining to you because you're like, huh, she was lip syncing that. But, yeah, if we got our answers locked in, it was 20 years ago. It was in 2004. I want to say 2024.
2004.
It was 2004. So
2004.
Okay.
Yep. If we want to play Price's Right rules, Seth technically wins because he was closest. He said about 2002, 2003.
That's funny that you mentioned about Ashley Simpson because I randomly came across a video of her recently. She's like in a band and they're like a country band.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh. That's the way to go. Like a lot of, these...
Yeah, whoa.
Ajax said whoa.
Yeah, major whoa. She still does the jig.
It's more appropriate, right?
Hold
can you imagine
my beer and ride a horse. Yeah.
I'm surprised they haven't done Cotton Eye Joe with her jig over it yet.
Probably.
I'm waiting for that video. Maybe I just need to look for it more. Okay, how about one more? We'll do one more quick one.
Sure.
All right. I want to see if this stumps anybody. Did the original Star Wars trilogy get released on DVD for the first time 20 years ago?
Well,
man.
I'm
the original trilogy.
I don't know the exact answer, but here's my thing. My brother was really heavy into DVDs when they came out. And I don't know if they released it when the DVDs came out, but if they did, it's almost 30 years old then.
Yeah, this is DVD.
I'm going to say hesitantly that it did come out 20 years ago. Okay. And then I'll put this as another explanation that I think when they re-released all the movies in the movie theater before the trilogy came out, that might have been a promotion for the DVD. So I'm just going to say that. I'm going to say that's 20 years ago.
Okay. Yeah, and to be clear, it was 2004. That would be 20 years ago. So
yeah.
The first time it was released on DVD.
We're getting an answer here. I'm going to with closer to 2000. Yeah, see, I'm saying it's closer to 30 years is what I'm saying. So
yours is a no, then. Was it 20?
No, I'm saying it came out. Oh, you came out exactly 20 years ago.
Right.
Oh, I'm going to say no then.
Okay.
I think it's longer than 20 years.
Okay.
Yes, Fanboys is a good movie.
Yes. Fanboys, if anybody is a Star Wars fan, but also a crazy fanboy over Star Wars, they will love Fanboys.
Yeah. And that had what? Kristen Bell before anybody knew who she was, really?
Yeah, I believe that was a year before or around when Veronica Mars came out.
Okay. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
I still want his van.
The answer, the Phantom Menace was on DVD, so I would assume the OT was about the same, longer than 20 years. I think it's longer than 20 years because DVDs came out in 96, I think. So
was it 96? Wow.
Yeah,
it was.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I would think if they would have jumped on that.
Okay,
so
quick question.
It's over 20 years.
Sidetrack for a second. I'm very interested. What was your first DVD you ever owned? Start with you, Seth.
Oh, I don't remember.
You don't remember?
I'd have to look over my collection.
Okay. Do you remember, Ben?
Yeah, actually, I do. It was the movie Be Kind Rewind with Jack Black and Mos
Ooh, I
Def.
have that.
Okay.
That's
love
funny
that
because I
movie.
bought that at a store a long time ago. I was working with my dad and I found it at an Ollie's. And I was like, hey, this
Ooh.
movie looks funny. So I ended up buying it and watching it later on. I'm like, great movie. Yeah.
Ready
Amazing
to
with that.
Rumble,
Ready to Rumble.
Ajax.
Yep.
Ready to rumble. Okay. Nice. Give you a shout out
OT
for that.
means original trilogy.
That's right. Yep. Original trilogy. This is the main one because, like you said, there's the prequels, but this is for just the original trilogy. So
What
right.
I was saying was, and I could be wrong about this, but they re-released all the movies in high definition at the movie theater, and I saw all of them
Yeah.
before the Phantom Menace came out.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking around that time is when the DVD must have come out.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember that well, and there were so many promotions at Pizza Hut and Taco Bell, KFC, and my father actually sent in, I want to say 100 entries because there was little pogs, and if you got like 4 of certain characters, you'd won $1 million. And
Oh, wow.
a lot of it was free food, a lot of it was prizes. And so I have this core memory now that we're talking about this of all these letters coming back with like the entry. Some of them were like instant win too, and just opening countless envelopes of
That's John Hurt.
nope, another Chancellor Palpatine. Oh, Jar Jar again. Oh, I got an Anakin. All right, here we go. And just hours opening that up. I wish I would have saved them. I don't know whatever happened to them. They're just like cardboard pogs, you know.
Oh, yeah. I think I remember those.
So
Yes.
Pogs, are you talking about the Pogs you used to play with?
Yeah, it was kind of like they put it. You know how they used to? They don't do that anymore. Like
I have Pogs from the original Pogs,
do?
like that it
Really?
came out. I don't know where they are in my house because I've moved so many times.
So you have them.
I have a container of Pogs, and
Okay.
I used to play with them when I was a little kid.
Okay, yeah. I had those were like early 90s, but this
Yeah.
one was trying to get in on
I
that
think
tab.
I did have a Darth Maul.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. This one was like if you bought KFC, it would be attached to the drink and you could peel it off, but it was like a Pog idea, but you had to collect it.
Have flashbacks.
Yes.
I have Pogs too. Galaga Guy 88.
There it is. I'm like Galaga Guy's got to know what I'm talking about. Like, come on, like he's a big Star Wars fan and should know that too. But
I think I have a Darth Maul. I still have it.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
Great.
Yeah, I think we just need to have an episode where we just play games from the 90s, like live Pog playing or whatever. Play those Pogs.
That'd be really hard to do. Like we have to slam Pogs. Who knows? Maybe they have a digital Pog game we can play. Like
Pog.
Shared screen or something.
I lost all my Pogs.
I'm gonna look up digital Pog game.
Okay. Look it up. Yes. I was gonna
awesome.
say to go back, I remember our first DVD was Charlie's Angels, the live action Charlie's Angels.
Was that 98?
2000?
Really?
2001?
Something like that.
I want to say. Right.
Wow.
We were big VHS people. Like we had all the Disney movies on VHS. Yep. They're like
okay. It's looking like there is a digital Pog game.
awesome. Wow! I'll have to throw that out to everybody. Would you want to watch us play Pogs on an episode? That could be.
That would be awesome. Maybe that's
I know the
next
90s kids
stream.
will be all over that because man, that was a schoolyard.
That reminds me, when I think of Pogs, I think of the snap bracelets. Were you guys into the snap bracelets?
Oh yeah, I had several.
I think so.
You'd always do it to your friend, like wham! Maybe like yeah.
Tom Green as the tugboat captain. What does that mean?
It might have been a late comment. Sorry, Ajax, we weren't. Yes, Galaga Guy. Yes, we had so many VHSs. We had the VHSs that you could record off TV, and we would write the movies.
I was gonna say,
yeah.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say the bad part about it is if you didn't update it, you'd be like, "Oh yeah, I want to watch Jurassic Park," and then you put it in, and it's like some 60-minute special, and it's like, what happened? Oh yeah, I taped over that, and it's so.
Yeah, I was gonna say we had a lot of VHS, but it was
Oh.
the re-recordable, and it was not the official VHS of the movies and stuff. We had like recorded it off of TV and stuff. So
Ajax, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off, Seth. I'm sorry. I just saw the Ajax comment. Yes, he was in Charlie's Angels. Yes, he was the tugboat.
Yeah, that's right.
Did anybody
That's
know
right.
that he married Drew Barrymore because of Charlie's Angels?
That's right. Yeah. But that was our first DVD. Yeah. Yeah. And Tom Green I thought he was funny. I know he was like, you love him or hate him, but I thought he was funny in it.
I like Tom Green. He's done a lot of good movies.
Yeah. You know what to expect with him is what I would tell people. It's like, you know what? He sticks to what he's good at, and that's it. It works.
I just have to say,
Harvard was good.
It's funny we went from a Star Wars question to Tom Green. Like,
I'm leaving you guys.
and I will answer this as well. I'm not related to Tom Green in any way. I get that all the time. No, this is not the Seth Green. I'm a Seth Green, and I'm not related to Tom Green, who's the only other Green that you know.
That would be awesome if you were. So
you just
it would be. I would take that as a compliment.
Maybe there needs to be a convention of just Seth Greens, like every Seth Green shows
there
up.
There should. So, okay, I'm going to go into another spiel here. Yeah. There was a TV show a long time ago that was celebrities going to people's regular jobs that have the same name with them as them. And I remember everybody always saying, "Oh, you should be on that show." And like I was like, well, they wouldn't want to come to my job. I mean,
that would be interesting. Have a convention at
this rate, Tom Green can totally appear in the Star Wars series of some sort.
This is true. Yeah, Robot Chicken. That's right.
The new season of Mandalorian starring Tom Green.
My bum is on your blaster. My bum is on your ship.
Yes, I did create Robot Chicken. I'm taking complete credit for that.
Mandalorian just stands there like, I don't have time for this. My bum is on the ground.
Forgot about that.
Yes.
There's another song of his that I won't sing.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to open that can of worms.
So I will say, no, it didn't come out 20 years ago.
Okay. Going back to Star Wars, we still need to answer this.
Yeah.
Did we just pull like a good J.J. Abrams? He had a conference where he was like, you have to have this box where there's a question you raise and you want to know what's in the box, but you don't answer it away. You got to put it to the side. So everybody's like, what's in the box? And we kind of did that just now. Like, yeah.
I think we did.
Oh, Galaga Guy 88.
I remember that Galaga Guy, yes.
I vaguely remember this.
He was on MTV. Like, if you turned on MTV in the late 90s, 2000s, he was there. So,
yeah.
Yes, I faintly remember that. That's a good one, Galaga Guy. He like... And then, I want to say, didn't Punk'd with Ashton Kutcher come out after that? They were like the two...
Oh, I don't know about that. I think Punk came out before Tom Green
did.
was famous.
Okay.
Because Tom Green did some movies, and then he got the TV show, as far as I know.
Okay. Well, I'll have to look that one up. We'll go back to... we went from Star Wars to Charlie's Angels to Seth Green
My
conventions.
My on your blaster.
To Tom Green being in The Mandalorian. But
wait, what?
Very good comment, Ajax. Yes, Tom Green gave birth. I can never say his last name.
Andy Milonakis. The only thing I think of him that whole series that he had. The only thing I think of him at all nowadays is he had because my family used to pronounce it coupon instead of coupon,
My wife does that too.
and
Coupon.
he goes, I have a coupon or whatever. Like, and he did this sketch for like 30 minutes. And I was like, and me and my sister always quoted that. It was, oh my goodness. I'm a coupon. That's what it was. I'm a coupon.
That's awesome.
It was, oh my goodness. That was a long time ago, though. He's related to Jimmy Kimmel, right? Isn't he Jimmy Kimmel's nephew or something?
No idea.
I'm bad with that. I don't know. I'm very bad with my own family, so I'm trying to think of family trees of celebrities.
I think he was Jimmy Kimmel's nephew or something. And that's how he got on TV. Hey, Poupon!
Yes. I love it. So, do you guys want the answer then?
Did we answer the Star Wars thing?
We did not, but I want to just as a refresher. So, what was your answer, Seth? You said
I'm saying no. I think it's older than 20 years.
Okay, so that's your answer. You're locking that in.
I've locked it in and ready to go.
And Ben, what's your?
I'm gonna say yes.
I'm gonna say yes. It was 20 years ago. So, the original Star Wars trilogy was released on DVD for the very first time in 2004.
What?
So it was 20 years ago.
20 years ago.
That's insane.
It was such a huge hit that it made over $100 million in its first day.
Whoa.
I believe it. And the reason why is because DVDs were pretty big.
Yeah.
And they was kind of begging for them. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So there you go. That was kind of perfect. I was with you, Seth. I'll be honest. Like, if you were to ask me that, I'd be like, I think it had to be longer. But seeing it, I thought about it. What you were saying, they re-released it in theaters in the late 90s. But when they put it out, it was on VHS. I remember that now. Yeah. So I was like, oh, they didn't. Because that would have been my first thought is they would have done it on DVD after the re-release. But no, actually, it was 2004. And I see the pictures of it. It has like kind of like a bronze version. There's a silver version. There's like different.
That's what it looks like, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was 20 years ago.
Wow.
That's crazy.
So
they just think all the millions they could have made if they would have released it before.
I mean,
really.
That's a whole other topic, right? Like, how much money did George Lucas really make? Because he sold it for $4 billion, but then all the re-releases and merchandise and all that stuff. I don't know how much money he made, but he's got more money than.
Was it Empire Strikes Back or New Hope that was like the most groundbreaking movie of all time? Like that people went to go see it like 30 times in the theater. So he made all that money himself because he didn't have really backers or anything, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he did it himself. Studios didn't want to support it. They were like, this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen or heard of.
So he made bank with the original trilogy.
Yeah.
Cha-ching.
Yes. So
I kind of want to. Have you guys ever used I've never used one, but like, I don't know. I was thinking about this, but like laser discs. I wonder if there's like a Star Wars laser disc.
Oh, I'm sure there is.
Don't get me started. I just talked about laser discs today. So
really,
I'm not even kidding. My oldest brother, had a laser disc collection, and he sold them all. He has kids now, and he sold them all. But his laser disc collection used to like be the size of his closet, and it was a big closet.
Oh man.
I don't know that he had any Star Wars, but what made me talk about this is that I was online looking up a movie, and I was looking up merch for a movie, and I found a laser disc for like $10, and I'm like, it probably cost more than that to make it. So like, how are they selling this for like $10? I was shocked.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It's just weird how, things are changed now. Everything's so digital, but all the stuff. VHS is still cheap. I think that's in like dollar stores, or not dollar stores, but thrift stores, things like that for next to nothing. But they are saying some of those special edition stuff are actually kind of starting to trend up. Like they could be worth something. So I don't know. It's just weird. You don't know in the moment, I guess is the point. Like laser discs, if we would have stocked up on them, who knows? The stock on those might go up or something. So yeah, that's all I got. I was just thinking we could throw that out, have a little fun with the feedback. We appreciate all the comments because we
Oh
had a
yeah.
fun time with that. Uh, yeah, my old eyesight's not seeing here.
Okay, so Galaga Guy 88 says, I remember serious collectors of Star Wars action figures would buy duplicates because they would have ones with open hands and ones with cupped hands. George knew what he was doing.
Oh
And
yeah.
then Ajax asked a really good question, which I'd have to do some research on. Wasn't Laserdisc better quality but harder to mass produce, like Beta versus VHS, HD DVD versus Blu-ray? Now
Hmm.
I remember because if you're a fan of movies at Grandma's house, the first time, little back behind the scenes here, first time I ever watched Toy Story was on a Laserdisc,
Really?
and it was really good quality. I just remember it's so easy to mess up because it's like a giant disc. It's like a record. It's like a vinyl record, but it's like a CD.
Oh.
And you could scratch it. You could put your thumbprints on it. It's really easy to mess up. That's what I remember most about it. Is that it's highly collectible because they didn't mass produce them. Yes, but I don't remember the actual quality. They seem to be pretty good. I never really thought anything of it, and I don't know. I have to do some research on that one.
That's interesting.
That would be cool.
I was just talking about lasers today because there's a
That's
movie.
funny.
There's a movie that I really love. He had it on lasers called Celtic Pride. I don't know if you guys ever saw it, where they kidnap a basketball player because it's the end of the playoffs and they don't want him to win the game, so they kidnap
Okay.
him. And it's a really good movie, and he had that on Laserdisc. Oh, just
You want
good
a movie
stuff.
about kidnapping basketball players?
I was just not expecting that. Oh, it's a great movie. It's about basketball. Like, okay, continue.
Yes, they were
And
super delicate. They were very delicate. They were made heavy duty, but they could be scratched or whatever real easy. They were very heavy. They're heavy. They're like maybe like the weight of like 3 records, maybe.
Interesting. Yeah, I've never seen it. I
They're
might have
like
to
they're
check it
like
out.
records. They're like that big. They're
Wow.
they're gigantic.
That's
That's-
crazy.
Daniel Stern, yes, you've seen it. I love Celtic Pride.
Maybe if that's something we might have to look at. Kind of. We've been just having a great time talking about all kinds of topics.
Oh,
Not to change but just going back to, our podcast. If we want to have, Ajax and Seth together, I think you guys seem to have a
Oh, gosh.
similar taste in things, so that might be an entertaining
That would be awesome.
episode. We'll have to get a fun topic for that, but we're really excited about season 2 though, because we've got some fun guests that are coming up, and our focus is going to be a little bit more towards coffee shops. We have so many coffee shops here. Where Ben and I are located is in Dayton, Ohio. We're open to all kinds of coffee shops, but there's so many that we want to kind of put the spotlight on because they're doing a lot in the community. They're really good quality compared to your Starbucks, your Dunkin'. No knocking if that's the coffee you like, but we also want to give these mom and pop places their proper spotlight. So
Yes, he
no,
does have a great laugh.
Ajax. No, you both are great. No, I think it'd be a lot of fun to have you on there, and Galaga guy too. We want to show you some love. You should come back on too sometime because we want to kind of our plan going forward. I guess just to kind of showcase what we're planning this season. We've got again focus on coffee shops, different people with skills or businesses, things like that. We're going to have a lot of interviews, so we're really excited. Stay tuned for that. But we also are going to sprinkle in our topics that we do. So I don't know, maybe you'll see more of Seth and Ajax and Galagai, whoever else is welcome to come back. So yeah, yeah, what else? Anything to add, Ben, when it comes to the season? Because we're really excited about the season coming up.
Yeah, like was brought up before. I'm excited. We have some things in the working, like was mentioned with merchandise and other things. So stay tuned for that. Just also really excited to get more coffee, interviews like we mentioned, and just we got some plans down the road, and we're really excited for it.
Oh, Ajax. Don't even get me started on SNL. I've seen almost every episode.
well,
So I just have to mention, Gallagher Guy says lead singer of Hawthorne Heights runs the coffee shop here in Sydney. I met him while he was working there.
that's awesome. That's really cool. So he went from a like punk emo band to running a coffee shop. I'm not trying to say any disrespect, but that's what he's doing these days. Like that's surprising. I thought he'd be
Well, he's still in the band. He's still touring.
okay. Cool.
Yeah,
I
he
thought
must
they
do
were
it on the
touring.
side. Yeah.
That's awesome, man. I would love to have him on then.
Oh yeah,
Because
we'll have to message him.
Ajax, do you have a favorite episode of SNL?
yeah, post any SNL now.
Sorry to break up your coffee shop conversation.
Hey.
No. We could talk SNL. We'll just keep it on the
Yep.
well, there's
PG,
many ways to go with
PG
SNL.
version.
Yes.
Yes.
It's not very PG anymore.
No, that's why I want to make mention of. But there's some fun SNL. You could even just do like commercials for SNL alone. There's some great ones for that, and
I'm thinking of a couple.
Yeah,
there's some ones that are pretty bad. I'm not gonna say all of them, but no, that'd be fun. Maybe have a list of favorite SNL commercials or something.
Oh, Jim Carrey's first hosting. I liked his. Was it '98? I think he did a really good job in that one. My favorite episode of SNL is by far Ben Stiller. I think it's '98. It was Jimmy Fallon's first year, and he did Alanis Morissette while Alanis Morissette was there on his first season. He made fun of her right in front of her face, which I thought was hysterical. But they did a lot of sketches that episode. For me, that was the funniest by far. That was the first time Jimmy Fallon ever did a musical anything on SNL.
Gallagher Guy, not to cut you off there, Seth, but we got two. I love it though. We got two topics going here.
One more thing real quick. Go
ahead.
John Mulaney is the best host. He just gives the best monologues of any person that's ever been on SNL. I believe he's hosted 4 or 5 times now, but his first 3 were amazing. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Isaac.
No, you're good. I didn't want to cut you off, but I have to ask Gallagher Guy, what is the name of the coffee shops? Because he invested in a couple.
Yeah,
I see that
I
in
was
the
thinking
comments.
the same.
I'm like, okay, now we need to know what these coffee shops are, because even if we can't get him, he probably has a busy schedule touring, and if he runs it, I'm sure he's a busy guy. But that's another thing we're doing this season. We're doing shorter episodes. We aim more towards maybe 15, 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes, and we might have some longer episodes here and there, but that's kind of our aim. So maybe we can get him on there. That'd be awesome. Get him in, or somebody that works at one of the coffee shops, because that's what we want to do. We want to highlight some coffee shops, and who knows, if you pop into a coffee shop at Dayton, we've had a few of our flyers put up, so you might be able to see some of those. It has our QR code for YouTube. Again, if you're not subscribed, be sure you're subscribed to our YouTube, because we're wanting to kind of build the community, kind of get people aware of coffee shops, and this could be a platform where people can kind of promote themselves on. Okay, I see Greenhouse Coffee, so we will.
Yeah, we'll look that up.
We'll be sure to do that.
Yeah, I got to meet him years ago. Casey, I think is his name.
Yeah,
Lead singer. I think his name's Casey. I think so. I don't know.
We lived up in Greenville for a few years, and they performed at a local coffee shop, and that was one of the best unplugged ones I've seen. It was like,
I remember you telling me about that.
Yeah, because their music is kind of that edgy emo, but the way they played it was just very relaxed and it sounded really good. I was like, wow, this is very good. And they played a few songs that I actually didn't know, and I loved them. Like I'll have to look them up again what the name of them were, but I love the acoustic version of it. It's like they kind of mellowed out a little bit. They got out of their emo stage a little bit, and I kind of appreciate it. That's just me. Maybe people like their emo, and it's I don't know. The I just think of that performance they have. So we'll definitely have to reach out to them. That's really awesome.
Yeah, years ago, they actually used to work at Middletown. There used to be an old Middletown music store, and I was in there, and I was actually playing Ohio's for Lovers,
Mhm.
and the manager came up. He's like, "Oh, you're playing Ohio's for Lovers?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, they used to work here." I'm like, "Wait, what?" He's like, "Yeah, they worked here, two of the guys, and then they said he came up with the name um, for the song I'm outside of your window with my radio." He's
Yeah.
like, that manager came up with the title, and they liked it, and then they ended up, going big with Hawthorne Heights and everything, but it's kind of fun.
Okay. Well, Gallagher guy says that was his wife's name, Nikki FM.
That's really
That,
cool.
that's the song that you're talking about. I'm outside your window with my radio. I
Yeah.
thought that's what it was called, Nikki FM.
Yeah.
That's cool. Wow. So that's awesome. But yeah, we'll have to reach out to them and contact them. So stay tuned because we're gonna have some fun guests. We just did one this week. We did an interview with a guy. We won't spoil it. Just stay tuned. He's a really fun guy though. Really fun personality.
Yes.
Like and one thing I will spoil, he probably has the best mustache we've ever
Mm-hmm.
had as a guest. I will argue, if not the best, one of the best by far. So be on the lookout for that episode. It'll be coming in the next few weeks. But yeah, our episode just premiered tonight, so be sure to check it out. What was our episode about, Ben? Maybe tell them about that a little bit.
Yeah, so we a couple weeks ago went to Contemporos. This is like a 6-month visit, and we presented them with a little gift. I will just leave it at that. And we just caught up with Andy and from Contemporos and just had a good chat about coffee and other product lines they have coming out. So make sure you look at that episode. It's a really good episode.
Yeah, definitely check it out. So it's up. It's available, and we're gonna get back to releasing it on the weekly. So we'll be Thursday about. We might have a set time, but keep an eye out for that, and then you'll be able to have it on Spotify wherever else you want to see it. So, um, I
Be like,
like
"Look
that, Ajax.
Maybe you guys could give me Ajax's number and I can contact him. We talk about SNL.
Yeah, there you go.
End.
We'll make
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, we'll be sure to get in touch. That's something you guys
Not,
are
not
interested
that I
in.
don't want to hang out with Gallagher guy either. I'm just saying.
Right? Oh no.
There's some John Mulaney stuff here I'd like to talk about.
Yeah. And I'll give another plug to our other podcast that me and Seth do, Movies at Grandma's House. Gallagher guy was also on that, so be sure to check out that episode because we covered Monsters Inc. And here on Mustaches and Coffee, he did our top 5 arcade games. Being Gallagher guy, of course, we had to do arcade games. So yeah, be sure to check those out as well. But that'd be a lot of fun. Yeah, be sure to talk with Ajax if you talk to him. If it's SNL or another topic, I think that would be a fun episode. 4 of us get together and just discuss it. So, all right. Anything else you guys want to talk? I mean, this has been a blast. I'm having a
Oh yeah. Just want to say thanks to Ajax. Yeah, we are excited for season 2. So yeah, more stuff to come.
Yeah. Anything you want to add or talk about there, Seth? Just to throw into the mix.
If you guys don't know, I have my own podcast, the Buster's Garage Podcast, where we review car movies. So if that's something you're interested in, you might want to check it out. It's kind of fun. We just talk about different car movies that, we really don't have a set standard about what we talk about. It's just car movies. So anything can come up.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely check them out because you guys get into like the cars aspect of the
Mhm.
movies. There's so many car movies, but
Mhm.
you guys break it down and you talk
Yeah,
about different car models. So yeah,
like for instance, like Gone in 60 Seconds, we discussed all 50 cars. So
that's
it's pretty
awesome.
Oh
cool.
wow,
Yeah, yeah.
that's awesome.
I enjoyed that movie, and um, I really enjoyed that episode because that took me back and made me think of the first time. And I don't know. We could just talk about that. That's like core memory unlocked of dollar movies. I'm sure that's what you
Mm.
guys grew up on was dollar movies. So
Yep.
I remember we would go to a dollar movies and there was a Grater's ice cream right across the street.
Mm.
So we would always on the weekend go see a movie, whatever was new at the dollar theater, walk across because you could just walk there. Sometimes we'd drive, but we'd see a movie and then go to Grater's. But point being, I remember Gone in 60 Seconds being there and the first X-Men movie. That was both at the same time. I don't know. That was like a core memory. So for some reason, I thought of X-Men when you did that, when you released that episode. I was like, oh, yeah.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Making me think of going back to dollar movies and watching that. And then I think the next week we watched X-Men, or maybe it was vice versa. We watched X-Men first or something. But
If I could comment on Ajax's comment real quick, it's not
yeah.
that I'm promoting car theft. It's that the movie. Well, I want to break it down for you real quick if you haven't seen it. The movie is the fact that he at the end he actually gives the cars back to the police, so he doesn't really do anything wrong.
I agree. I know what you're saying, Seth. I got you.
There's really the only crimes committed are the violence that's from the bad guy. That's the
guy
only.
gets shot and
Well, I bring
all
that
this
up in
other
the
stuff, but he
podcast,
did nothing
though.
wrong.
I bring that up in the podcast.
Yeah, that's
It's
funny.
in my plot summary.
I'm just teasing you, Seth. I know. Yeah, it's got Nicolas Cage. I really enjoyed it. I remember back then. But yeah, be sure to check out his podcast because if you love cars, I mean it's right up your alley. You guys do a good job of breaking down cars
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
and Fast and Furious. That you
Yeah,
guys
that was
covered
our
all of
first
those.
season. Our Fast and the Furious was the first season. We covered all the movies. We did a couple bonus episodes.
Sorry, I was laughing at Galga guy. Exactly. No, I will say one thing about that movie I thought was really cool. A lot of people I've talked to thought, "Oh, that's kind of cheesy." I don't know. I always appreciated it. Is he's walking up to boost the one car because that's what they say. We're boosting the cars, and the one's parked in the driveway, but that FBI agent or cop is trying to nail him. So he's walking up to the car and he's just like, I got you now. I got you now. But he stops and he's just like, he walks away from it and he looks at a picture and he's like, that car wasn't there the last time we took a picture of it. I know it might seem a little cheesy, but I thought that's really cool. It was just like a nice little
The little
suspenseful
details, yeah, in that movie were just astounding. Let alone the cast. I mean, just a great picture. I don't promote any kind of criminal acts. I'm
Right.
just saying.
We know you don't.
It's a movie.
That is it's a good movie, and it's a remake from I think it was '67 or something like that, or '72 or something like that
Yeah.
movie, and they did a lot better on the remake.
Yeah.
A lot of movies are remakes and you don't realize it. So I
Yeah.
can totally see that. But I was like, unicorn. Now start. Now, come on. Yeah. That's what I always think of. But yeah, be sure to check him out. So, but yeah, I've had a blast, guys. Is there
Yeah,
anything else you
fun.
guys want to throw out? I think we're kind of winding down a little bit. We appreciate again, Galaga, Ajax, everybody that's joined us tonight. This has just been a kind of special time for us to kind of just kick the next season off. But you guys got anything to add?
No, just looking, like I said, just looking forward to more things to come and our podcast.
60 minutes.
Nice.
Oh, what was his name on 60 Minutes that Family Guy made fun of? I take my shirt off and yell at rats. Ah!
I don't remember that. I'll have to
I
look it up
don't.
though.
I wasn't really a big fan of Family Guy.
I wasn't either, but I just remember, like, you know how you see little clips pop up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what was his
I mean, they
name?
have some funny episodes. I won't argue against that. But
Too
I just
raunchy, though. Yeah.
Yeah.
it just didn't hit me the right way. I guess I love the theme song.
It's very
Great theme
happy.
song. Great theme song.
It's definitely on the happy side.
Yes.
So, well,
Yeah.
we want to thank everybody for coming out. This was so much fun. So, I don't know.
Take a bow.
I don't know what else to say. Is that, just stay tuned, because
Yes, they were all old.
yeah, that's 60 minutes. It's just old people, and
Yes. Always put you to sleep.
I forget the guy's name, all of them. So yeah, don't ask me, but yeah.
They're just old.
But yeah, stay tuned for season 2, guys. Again, thank you so much for joining us for the live feed. We appreciate every single one of you. This has just been just amazing to go through, because here we are. We're in season 2. I never would have thought we would be this far. Not that I thought, hey, we're having fun. This is something, but to see how much people are enjoying it as well, I can't say enough. Thank you for following and contributing as well. We have so many people that contribute. So
If I could say one thing real quick, I want to say kudos to you guys for putting out such good content. I really enjoy your YouTube videos and things, and all your jokes of the day and everything. Everything is just a lot of fun. It's a good way to pass time, and I really appreciate it.
Well, thank you. Yes, thank you for that. And that's what we're trying to do. There's I don't know, different kind of sense of humor we have, and seeing how people have a similar humor. That's what we'd love to see. We'd love to see people that have, they enjoy that too. We want to have fun. We want to have just, silly kind of humor. I mean,
if they liked us as a humor, they would definitely love the bloopers of Land Before Time.
Oh gosh. Yeah, that's another thing.
That's true. That could be just something on, again, a director's cut or whatever. We'll get to that. That's from the Movies at Grandma's House podcast when Ben joined us. So
yeah, that was crazy.
it was just fun though, just like this podcast. So again, we just want to thank everybody. Just can't stress that enough. Just thank you for supporting us, because we're just having a ball, just talking about different topics, and we're really, again, excited about this season because we love coffee. We love different coffee shops. There's always a unique style, or again, different background, different story that these coffee shops have. So this is a way for us to kind of tell their story, and that's what we're aiming for. So stay tuned for that. If you love coffee shops and hearing their stories, just, again, stay tuned. We're going to release on YouTube. That'll be the first initial release on Thursdays, and then Fridays everywhere else, Spotify and all the podcasts that you're used to. So we'll be back on, and we're ready to go. So anything else, Ben, that you want to add, just to throw out there?
Just that we have a goal of getting 500 subscribers. We are like 20 away. I keep bugging Isaac like, oh, we got another one. But
he's a tracker. That's all good.
I'm the tracker. So that's our goal. We are, like I said, 20 away. So again, thanks for everybody that subscribed. We can't, we wouldn't have gotten this far without you guys subscribing to us. So, and if you have people that, if you like this podcast, you can, tell other people about this podcast. So that's what I got.
Yeah. So thank you enough. Little tease. Me and Ben have discussed this. I guess I can kind of share this, and it's kind of a feedback maybe to throw out there if you guys would like this. So we're on TikTok. We can go live on TikTok. Like we mentioned, we were kind of having an issue of getting it all working together. So for now, this will be YouTube. Who knows if we go live again, maybe we'll have it synced up. However, we can go live on TikTok. We had the thought of doing like Ben playing a game for the first time, because he has never played all the way through Star Fox 64. So we thought, let's just do a
Seth's
live.
reaction said everything.
It's totally random, but
Was that on the podcast? Because I think I remember that now. Did you guys talk about that?
Maybe.
I think you mentioned you've never played it before, and
Yeah.
we might have said we're going to have to do it. So we thought that would be a fun avenue to go with it. Trying to put that in an episode like we talked about. We're trying to aim for shorter episodes, 15, 20 minutes or so. And on live, you can go as long as you want. And maybe we don't. Star Fox 64, you should be able to beat in a sitting, but if we don't, that's fine too.
You haven't seen me play. We'll be there a week.
But if that interests you, maybe we start doing something like that. It may not be every week, but maybe once a month or once, any kind of feedback. We're open to feedback. We're just having a fun time. We're trying to have fun, but also do stuff that people want to see too. We're not just going to do everything that personally we want to do, but I think it'd be an awesome time. I'm just going to kick back and watch Ben have a fun time playing it for the first time. I wish I could play through that game again for the first time personally. So seeing him experience it, stuff like that, maybe we do the cotton candy taste test on there. We can make it a podcast episode, but maybe we
no insulation.
No insulation.
Though. Sneak that in there.
Yep. Insulation.
My stomach
free.
Hurts.
My throat hurts.
Yeah. Why am I coughing up blood? Yeah.
That might turn into some like one of those TikTok live on the news.
Local idiot eats drywall.
TikTok
not drywall.
Personality.
Insulation.
Ben was found dead.
Yeah, that wouldn't be probably good, but
no, not at all.
But yeah, and shout out to Ajax. Yeah, thank you for listening to Movies at Grandma's House.
Why are my teeth red?
Check.
Exactly.
Yeah, and we're excited. This is Mustaches and Coffee, but we're excited about Movies at Grandma's House because we have Peak Pixar we're doing right now. So check that out too. Yeah, definitely go through. I've yet to meet someone that has not enjoyed a Pixar movie, so I'm sure we've covered. If not, stay tuned. We're still going through it. We just covered Ratatouille, so we're going in order of when it was released. So check that out as well. But yeah, that's kind of a little tease. If that interests you guys, we might do that on TikTok. We'll put that on our social platforms. We'll say, hey, we're gonna go live on TikTok, and Ben's gonna try to beat Galaga or Centipede or something. I don't know. We could do all kinds of stuff. It'd be fun. And I know I'll have a blast just watching Ben play and all that good stuff. So yeah, that's just kind of a preview of everything. We've just been, again, having an absolute blast. We can't thank you enough.
Yep.
Yeah, that kind of wraps things up, unless you guys have anything else to add.
Just want to add thanks again, Seth, for being on the podcast anytime.
Yes.
Be careful what you ask for.
No, you've been a delight. Absolutely. You've added so much to this. And like I said, we'll maybe have you back on with Ajax or another random topic. So we'll be looking forward to that. Yep. So yeah, that I guess is going to do it for now. Thank you again, everybody. Thank you so much for all your comments, all your contributing to our wild and zany topics that we discussed tonight. We went from one thing to the other, but man, it was a blast. So big shout out to all of you. Thank you so much. And it's just like we always say, we'll do as a sign off. So as we say here at Mustaches and Coffee, don't bash the stash.
I need espresso for the depresso. Lots of it.
I have no puns.
This is Seth signing off.
This is Seth signing off. I have no puns.
Thanks again, everybody.
Good night,
have
everybody.
a good night. We'll see you.